Welcome to Community Balance Advisor. In this episode, we will be talking about a suggestion for the sniper, which is a mechanic that won't allow the sniper to jump while he's in scope. This will help a lot with sniper versus sniper duels, and especially in Highlander in the competitive format will give users that are not as good of snipers to have a chance against better snipers if the better sniper messes up, and that is to miss, of course. So before we get into that, we are going to take a closer look at how the sniper versus sniper mechanic works. Like, what are the rules and why is this a thing and why is this important? So those are the things we're going to be covering, so please pay attention and hopefully we can get some understanding here. What is the problem and how to fix it? So here's an example of a basic sniper versus sniper scenario. We have two snipers, everyone else is dead, it's just those two left, and whoever wins this duel will win the match for their team, let's say. So we have two snipers, none of them wants to really be standing still, so they're just going to run back and forth, strafing to be unpredictable in their way of movement, and they're going to be trying and aiming at their opponent, trying to get a fix. So now the blue sniper is going to say, screw this, I'm going to go and scope and try and hit him with a headshot, and then the other sniper strafes some more, scopes, and shoots him and aligns the shot before he can even react. And in reality, it looks something like this. This is slow motion, so we have the blue sniper perspective here, strafing back and forth, trying to land a shot on the red sniper. Can't get the shot, scopes, tries to hit, misses, and then gets shot in the head because he missed. So this is what it looks like in regular speed. And there you go. This is how usually sniper versus sniper battles work, but it's fully possible to shoot a sniper when he is strafing back and forth. That is absolutely possible, it's just a lot harder and a lot less reliable. So what is the problem? The problem is that if you play against a sniper and the sniper constantly crouch jumps out of scope, there is no way for you to reliably punish him for doing so. If he misses and he keeps missing, there is absolutely no way you can punish him for that, because take a look at how incredibly fast he moves from standing on the ground to in the air. This is extremely slow motion. Take a look at this. He's on the ground, shoots and jumps at the same time, and that is pretty much instant movement. So if you shoot exactly after he shoots, you're gonna miss because he pressed the button. So this is frame number 1. He's on the ground. This is frame number 2, he's fired and crouch jumped at the same time. And this is frame number 3, he's actually in the air and he's done firing. So maybe at first it doesn't look too bad, it might just look like a jump here. As you can see, it's just, he jumps very high. And there you go. If you take a look at the slow motion, you can see that he jumps and jumps fairly high. And do note that he's actually higher than you aim. So if you shoot while he's at this height, you will actually shoot between his legs and miss completely. If you are not as quick on the draw to follow this jittery instant movement in the air. So this is what it looks like in the side. You only have 2 crouch jumps in the air. This is source filmmakers, you can do it more, but this is just to exaggerate and illustrate the point that this is not a good way of designing the counter system when sniper is the counter to himself. Also, what we did the last time is to compare what our view model displays and what the model in the world displays. So we can see there is the hands that we see when we play sniper, and you can see that the crouch is delayed and the jumping is 1-to-1, and the crouch jump jitter is pretty much very minimal for our model, but huge impacts on the in-world model. And if we take a look at this again in slow motion, we can see that jump is 1-to-1, crouching is delayed, as displayed here. Sometimes it can be even hard to hit snipers that you're not even battling. So sometimes a sniper battle will look something like this. He will jump and crouch jump right after he shoots. And if you're in his blind spot, it can be kind of hard to sometimes align the shot when he's jumping and jittering and stuff like that to reliably and accurately punish him for not really noticing it. But here, he cannot jump while he's on the scope, and he is either standing, crouching, or in between the two states. And it makes it a lot easier to counter-snipe and punish him for missing and not paying attention to you, which is good game design. So let's take a look at this engagement in slow motion. You can see jittering, and it's not very accurate. Jump, scope, cancel. This is what it looks like when you're fighting somebody who is doing that. And they shoot first, and they miss, and you can't reliably punish them because they're using this jittery jump scope. Now, we covered this in the previous Community Balance Advisor, that the crouch jump glitch hurts precision classes, and this is one of those cases. However, if that doesn't get fixed, you can always patch it so that you can't jump while inside the scope. So we don't have scenarios here where you actually shoot him in the leg and it registers as a headshot, which isn't really all that fun, to be honest. So this is an example of where the sniper isn't jumping, he's just crouching, and you can reliably punish him for shooting first and missing, because you have this tiny window of opportunity to do so. Doesn't guarantee that you will win, but at least you know that, well, at least after he has fired, there is like a few frames where he can't escape, and he's just a sitting duck. Because when the sniper enters firing mode, he can kill anyone from any range in one shot, more or less. So this is to balance that. So I'd rather have sniper battles look like this. Than this. So, what is the solution? Well, the solution is just to make snipers unable to jump while inside the scope. I'm guessing the code looks like something like this. While you're in the scope, some attributes, and you just change the can jump to 0, or add can't jump to 1. What kind of impact would this have? What would change? Well, a couple of things. Snipers who are scoped in will be easier to kill after they fired a shot. They can no longer instantly shoot, jump, crouch their way out of any trouble. If they like jump in and shoot a medic and kill him and then jump away on some rocket or a sticky bomb or some sentry gun fire or minigun fire, they can no longer do that because they're actually locked to the ground while they do so. It would also make snipers who keeps repeatedly missing, those who just keep scoping and shooting, scoping and shooting, scoping and shooting and never hitting anything, you could actually punish them now for doing so because they can't jump and they're locked to the ground, so you will be able to punish bad play. It also forces an emphasis on taking your time and landing reliable shots, because if you're the spastic one and the other sniper just doesn't shoot and just avoids you and kills you, you will naturally be forced to take your time and make sure you land more shots. We will get overall better sniping from everyone. Also, snipers who are air blasted or knocked up in the air while they're scoped in will get knocked out of scope, so an airborne sniper is not very dangerous. Similar to the way the huntsman works, if a huntsman sniper is in the air, he can't shoot. However, in this case he can't, but it will be a no-scope body shot because he will be knocked out of scope. This also applies to snipers walking off cliffs or higher surfaces and falling down. They will get knocked out of scope there as well. And last, we probably have the most important part, and that is snipers are forced to receive feedback on their shots. Now here's an example showcasing what I'm talking about. So we're on a practice map here where we are showcasing what I mean by feedback. So here you can see when you shoot inside the scope, we get a good feedback of how well we hit our target. We get a good feedback, was it a hit, was it a miss? Like that, pretty good hit. With that engineer, we don't necessarily saw that much, and with that sniper, we didn't. So we body shot him there, and we actually hit him, but he registers as no damage with the hit register. Says, ah yes, the spy. Interesting example. Here's the first frame when we're gonna shoot, and this is when we shoot jump. So you can see the crosshair is a bit off, and it's not actually providing us any good feedback of how well we actually hit our target because our crosshair is way in another place. So you would either know if you hit them or not, if they take damage or they die, or you play the hit sound, or whatever you so desire to use for seeing how well you did damage. But the best is actually to just stay inside the scope a little bit and actually let you see what you did. It's kind of like taking a test but not knowing the result. It's kind of pointless, and you learn so much more if you can watch the results. And also when you do twitch shots and stuff like that, you will also get better feedback on doing the fancy stuff, because you will know how much was I off, what kind of adjustments do I need to make, that kind of stuff. So that is pretty much it, showcasing you that feedback is important as well, because it forces you to get better. Whether you like it or not, the game forces you with this mechanic to get better at sniping. And you should want that, I guess. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I've enlightened you, and hopefully you think too that this needs to be patched. It's just a minor fix. So thank you guys for watching, and see you later.